Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our basic sine function, which is f of x equals sine of theta. And we're going to deal with angles. We'll deal with radians later. I'm making this own video because everything out there is in radians. And we want to focus on angles right now. So what I do to do this is, first I'm going to mark, I want this to be 1. I want this to be -1. And we know a sine curve has a range between 1 and -1. And what I'd like to do really is keep this very basic. The way these sine curves work is they have a starting point. So they have a start, and then they have a max. And then so I'm going to say start, but I'm going to say start for a y. And then they return to their starts on their y. And then they go to their minimum. And then they go back to their starts y. Alright, so what am I talking about? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. If you go to your unit circle, we can just kind of do a real basic idea of this. It starts at sine of 0 is 0. Sine of 90 degrees is 1. Sine of 180 is 0. Sine of 270 is -1, and sine of 360 is 0. So that's all we're really dealing with. And what's really nice about this is you'll notice that this is broken up into quarters. So my start starts at 0/4. My max starts is at 1/4. My start again is at 2/4. Then 3/4. And then 4/4. Alright, so what am I talking about fourths and quarters? Well, a full rotation, so if we go ahead and just make a nice easy curve, and this doesn't have to be 100% accurate, we could draw some points in between, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So we know that a normal sine curve goes between 0 and 360. So all I do is I take 360 divided by 4 and I get 90 degrees. So we start, and then my first's at 0 degrees, and then my max is at 90 degrees. My half is at 180. We're just breaking this down into quarters. 3/4 is 3/90, so that's 270. And then we come back home at 360 degrees, and these should all be degrees. So this is kind of the way I think about it, just to keep things real basic. And these are kind of really important parts. So we got our maximums, our minimums, and our x-intercepts. It's kind of what we focus on no matter what we do. So anyway, this is just the beginning before we start our transformation. So I hope this helps, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.